Very good. All right. Yeah, that's great.
Defects, transportation, excess inventory, overproduction, overprocessing, waiting time, wasted potential, and wasted motion.
All right, very good, Jimmy. Thank you. Nice job.
I took a picture of this because they did a mold change, and that's the way it should look, nice and clean. And that's what they left there. And that's what Letty and I both cleaned that, and that's the way it looks there. And we need to start marketing these because, I mean, I was looking for a vacuum cleaner yesterday and I finally found one right there.
All right.
We need to find locations for them.
Yep, we need to find locations for those, all those.
Even with brooms and dustpans.
Right.
Too.
Yep, we need to find locations so we know where it's at. We can only do work with the tools we can find and we need, right? So, all right, very good. All right, thank you, Jimmy. Appreciate it. Thank you, Jimmy. Jessica Chavez has pictures tomorrow. All right, so, sorry. Pardon me. Royal Dye will be here tomorrow morning around 10 o'clock, so we want to make sure everything's organized and we're ready to go. Shoreline will be here today at about 11 o'clock, 11:30. So I think the time from them is 11:30 to 3:30. I think we've got blocked out. We don't know how long they'll be here, so we want to make sure all filters cleaned, everything's ready for the material handling system. We can explain everything and have an understanding of what's going on and where we're at moving forward, okay? All right, so we were talking about, again, the distribution center and how it was, they were just doing large, massive amounts, and they were at 98%, which was for 15, which was good, but obviously they want to get better. So the lean distribution per pool. When Toyota began to assemble cars in the United States at the Fremont, California joint venture with General Motors, it began to develop a network of suppliers for bulky and commodity items, tires, batteries, and seats. Then, when Toyota opened its Mammoth, Georgetown, Kentucky plant in 1988, it needed a comprehensive network of suppliers for a wide variety of parts. These same parts were needed for routine service and body shop work at Toyota dealers. So in 1986, Toyota had opened a receiving warehouse for American-made service parts in Toledo, Ohio. This parts redistribution center, or PRC, was where Mr. Kahn shipped his bumpers once he started producing for Toyota. A major mission for the facility was to reduce shipping costs per part by consolidating the less than truckload shipments of parts received from suppliers into fully loaded trucks for onward shipment to reach PDCs. However, the focus on low freight costs per part created a classic batch and queue operation, in which a month's worth of parts were queued up at each supplier before shipment to the PRC. Upon arrival, the parts were queued again for quality inspection, then delayed one more time in a staging area waiting a full truckload for shipment to the PDC. As the yen strengthened at the end of the 1980s and American competitors like Ford began to implement some aspects of Toyota production system, Toyota executives started to wonder how they could sustain their competitive advantage. In addition, Toyota's 4-year replacement cycle for every model, its steadily expanding range of models to offer in the United States, and the tendency of Americans to drive their cars longer and longer meant rapid growth in active part numbers, which Toyota needed to stock as replacement parts to keep its customers happy. This seemed to require larger and larger inventories of parts and ever-growing distribution costs. As Toyota executives had pondered the situation, it occurred to them that they had never applied the Toyota lean thinking to their North American warehousing and distribution system. As they thought about this, it quickly became apparent that startling advantages could be gained if they did. All right, so we'll start talking about how they did that. So again, they're just filling up trucks just to move it from one place to the other. Again, think about how many days when we move something, when we ship parts out to Boynton Products, we make it, it sits here. We ship it out to Boynton, it sits in his dock, it gets run off, then it sits on his dock again, then it gets shipped over here, sits on our dock, sits then in receiving, then gets incoming inspection, then goes on the shelf. Just think about how long that takes, that whole process, okay? So that's what they're going through, warehouse